It is 2 a.m. You are at a dark highway service area. Rows of massive semi-trucks sit parked completely still. Yet their engines are roaring. A low, constant hum vibrates through the cold air. To most people, this looks like pure negligence. It feels like a massive waste of fuel, a slap in the face of the environment. But if one of those engines suddenly stops, $1 million batch of medicine turns into poison. Tomorrow morning, an exhausted driver might lose control of a 40-ton missile on the highway next to you. This noise is not a mistake. It is a fragile line, keeping your world from falling apart. Environmental crime at 2 a.m. And the truth behind your yogurt. We love to blame truck drivers. We see an idling semi-croat and think of wasted diesel and toxic emissions. It seems like pure laziness. But that roaring engine is directly connected to the fresh strawberries in your fridge. It keeps your morning yogurt cold. Behind many of those trucks is a refrigerated trailer. Inside, the temperature cannot be approximate. It must be exact. A tiny shift of just 2 degrees can ruin a shipment of insulin or fresh meat. Thousands of dollars lost in minutes. The driver is sleeping, but the engine is working to keep your groceries safe. But temperature control is only part of the puzzle. There is an invisible enemy, waiting the moment the ignition turns off. A cold engine is a dying engine. The battle against physics and lessons from a 1960s. Oil stove. A semi-truck engine does not work like your car. It has no spark plugs. None. Instead, it relies on sheer compression. It squeezes air so violently that the temperature inside climbs to 800 degrees. That heat ignites the fuel. But this process demands warmth. In the freezing cold, metal parts contract. Engine oil thickens into jelly. A cold start grinds metal against metal, destroying a $150,000 machine. In the 1960s, mechanics had to drain the oil every night, warm it over actual stoves, and pour it back in the morning. Today, letting it idle is simply the safest way to survive the cold. Yet, saving a massive engine is still a minor detail. The real danger is a tiny plastic mask inside the cabin. The 40-ton monster, and the life-saving mask on the highway, using a huge truck engine to power a small cabin, is ridiculous. It is like using a rocket booster to light a candle. But the driver inside is legally forced to rest. Their digital logbook tracks every single second. Inside that cabin, they need heat, light, and power. More importantly, many drivers suffer from sleep apnea. They require a medical device called a CPAP machine to breathe while sleeping without a running engine to provide constant power. The machine dies. The driver wakes up suffocating. Tomorrow morning, they are driving a 40-ton weapon next to you on 3 hours of sleep. So why is there no better option? Why use a sledgehammer to crack a nut? A solution exists, but it has a price tag. The APU paradox and the invisible $15,000 extortionist. Engineers solved this problem years ago. They built the APU, or auxiliary power unit. It is basically a small generator, the size of a suitcase, mounted on the side of the truck. It provides heat, AC, and electricity using a fraction of the fuel. It is quiet. It is clean. But it costs $15,000 to install. For large corporations, this is a minor investment. For an independent truck driver living on razor-thin margins, it is impossible without cheap plug-in infrastructure. At truck stops, these drivers have no choice. They must burn diesel just to survive the night. This financial barrier silently inflates the cost of everything you buy. It is a hidden tax on your daily life. The sound of the system, when noise is the price of peace. We want a green future. We want electric trucks. But a heavy electric truck faces massive challenges. The batteries are incredibly heavy, reducing cargo capacity. The charging grid is practically non-existent. The transition is happening, but it is painfully slow. Until then, the noise at the truck stop remains. The next time you hear that deafening rumble at 2 a.m., do not get angry. It is the sound of decades of engineering struggle and economic reality. It is the hum of a driver resting, medicine preserved, and your food arriving on time. The engine is on, because someone thought very carefully about the cost of turning it off.